Okay, I've designed a new program counter, very similar to the other counter, just a different part. It says 192, but we're going to be using a 193, which is the hex version. This is the decade version. It's just what's in the library here. Same same pinout, so it doesn't matter. Um, so we have two counters for 8 bits. The first 4 bits has a carryout that goes into the up of the other 4 bits. And we have a buffer for the reading of the part. We have an internal bus, which is the program count. We can put LEDs on, and then we have the normal bus over here. So we have some control signals. We have a up, which will be our PC increment. We have a load, which will be load. We have a clear, which will be clear. And we have a read, which enables the tri-state buffer. So let's take a look at the board. Here's the board. It has the bus and the LEDs. I made sure that they are the same spacing from the last board so we can use this in the same slot. What do I need to say? We have upload, clear, read. Not really too much going on here. You can see the layout here. The bottom of the board is mostly vertical lines, and the top of the board is mostly horizontal lines. I only had one problem with the board, laying out the board, and that was with the grounding, because I'm using a ground plane, or ground pour, I should say. And so ground is coming in on this pin here, and also on this pin here, and then that attaches to this plane. I had some traces running through, and this ground for this counter, that ground was isolated. So you really need to check your layouts, make sure that your ground plane makes it across. So I had to move some things around, so I got a nice path right through the bottom of the 193 right here. So the ground plane can come in and get to this pin. VCC is just a trace that comes in. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot some bypassing caps. I need to go back and put in some bypassing caps. So I'll make that change. And I also need to figure out what else I want to put on this board. Usually I don't just make a board. I usually make a bunch of them and then saw them up. The way that these PC board houses charge things, it's per the board. If you actually have routed out areas, they trade them as 2 different boards. So I always just make sure it's solid and cut it out on my bandsaw, and then I get to get it for free. But yeah, I'll try to figure out what else to put on this batch of board to send out to China. I know we had a couple boards that had some bodge wires on them, so maybe I'll clean those up. But anyway, looks pretty good. I think that via's not too close to the edge. I'll have to do a design rule check on this. In fact, we can do it right here while you're watching. Sure, why not? This is the that's the auto router. Don't want to do that. This is the design rule check, and we can check. So we have some problems here. It says there's an overlap right there. I don't see that as a problem. Don't know why it's calling that out. There's an overlap here. Same thing. It's odd. I'll have to check those. Same thing here. Overlap. Doesn't like those vias. And overlap there. So I'll check that out. And everything else checks out though. Okay. And like I said, I'll put in some bypass caps and try to figure out what else to do.